Like, I understand, bro, you grew up in a poverty-stricken environment, but at some point in your life, you got to start taking accountability for your actions and your results.
Spurs the front gate. Thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? Made plans with you.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Girl, when I tell y'all, they cutting up over there in Memphis, and they've been cutting up for a long time. I live here in Atlanta, and I wouldn't be surprised if the National Guard showed up here, because y'all just out of control. You know, what makes you think that you have the right, the audacity to just go take somebody's stuff that you did not work for? You just woke up that morning and decided you wanted to drive. You ain't got no money, you ain't got no car. So you just go take somebody's car, you carjack them, you killing each other at an alarming rate. So anyway, like I was saying, I've been through Memphis before, several times. I've been through Memphis. I've been through, I done been through some hood. I'm from Buffalo, New York, which is like, they say it's like a mini Brooklyn. It's so much stuff going on there. It's like, because people feel like this whole entitlement era that we're in. Like, you're not entitled to anything. You have to work like the rest of us, you know. You have to work, you have to build the foundation. So anyways, girl, they done called in the National Guard. And honey, ma'am is not happy. Look.
Y'all, I'm irritated. I'm mad. I'm annoyed. Saturday is my biggest day. I normally have customers outside waiting on me, for real. Like, I don't get here till 9 o'clock on the dot, and I literally be bringing people in with me. So the fact that I've only had 2 customers on a Saturday morning and it's 10:52, that's just like mind-blowing to me. It's really got me sitting here thinking, like, I had to go to my car and get my notebook, because I'm like, what am I gonna do? I gotta do some planning, I gotta do some pivoting, I gotta do some scaling, see what's going on here. How am I gonna survive this? Because we're at the start. We're like only maybe 2 or 3 days in. And yeah, y'all, that's just my rant for the day, because I'm like, dang, do I start closing earlier? Do I do more online? I just don't know what to do right now, but this is bothering me because we're only like 2 or 3 days in, and people might say, don't panic, but why not panic? And we're only 2-3 days in, and this is already happening. It's only gonna get worse. So yeah, this is the Memphis enforcement invasion. That's what I call it, because that's what it is. The law enforcement is invading because y'all been so bad, and it affect me. But that's how it go. Like, the bad people always affect the good people, and so this is the result of that. Y'all been cutting up, acting a fool, and now these folks got to come in, and it's punishing everybody. So it's really annoying. Get yourself together.
So she's saying, like, okay, my business is suffering. Okay, baby, I get your business is suffering, but you might want to relocate. You might want to think of who your clientele is, because you can't build your business on the back of crime. And I'm not saying that about her. I'm just saying the clientele that you come in, like, you know, it's this whole community of people, my people, because I've shared it before. I don't like being in a crowd of us. I don't. No concerts, no games, no even like simple things like the fair and stuff like that. I feel real leery. You know what I'm saying? I remember I took my kids to the fair in Atlanta, and I'm like, Lord, please don't let nothing pop off. You know what I mean? Because when you're in that close proximity, it's just so much stuff that could happen. And most times, yeah, you got people unaliving people, you know, innocently, right? And you just caught in a crossfire. But then you got people who are purposely setting out to unalive people. You know, I feel like, I'm gonna tell y'all, I feel like that's exactly where the National Guard need to be. And if I'm not mistaken, they just did it in Chicago. Like, the crime is down. The murders are down. You know, they just had, in Memphis, they found 5 kids. Yeah, 5. And y'all mad the National Guards is there? Y'all need to help. Y'all do.
The 5 young children were rescued this week in Memphis as a result of their task force. It's a combination of the National Guard and local police efforts. And press pause for just a second on however you may feel about the federal government intervening with the National Guard to help out cities with their crime problems, in unison with them in most cases. Just press pause on that for a second. And maybe even forget that there were 150 arrests made this week in Memphis, 5 of which were known gang members and another person who had inappropriate relations with a 13-year-old. Even forget that there were dozens of weapons seized and that the democratically elected African-American mayor of Memphis is fully in support of the combined efforts between the local forces as well as the National Guard. 5 kids, guys, who were living in horrible, never understand, with their whole lives ahead of them, were just rescued.
If you leave out your house and you make it back, you need to be thanking God. Don't think you made it back and everything is everything, because, honey, they just had a shooting in front of Kroger's. They had a shooting where this guy unalived this other guy in front of Kroger's. People just going about their everyday life. You know what I'm saying? In Buffalo, I'm from Buffalo. They just had a mass shooting. You know what I'm saying? People going to the store on a Sunday, minding their business, and they get unalived. 10 people were unalived. You know, you got so many things going on in this world. Drastic times cause for drastic measure. Now, y'all can say what y'all want about Trump. Y'all might not like Trump. Y'all might not like his demeanor. Because I feel like I'm 56, I never seen a president to tweet every 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, he's just better. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen that. The president that I could remember going all the way back, I could remember Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, you know, on and on and on. That's from what I can remember. I don't remember Eisenhower, you know, I just don't, you know. But what I'm saying is, like, you gotta admit, you know, for him to call out the National Guards to see that it is a problem. Yeah, we need to feel safe in our community. That's just not me. That's you. That's all of us. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell my grandkids, one bad apple spoils the bunch. So now everybody in Memphis is all frantic. They like, you know, and I literally just did a video where I went to pick up something at Apparat. I went to pick up a washing machine. Just got a washing machine. Y'all know, because mother got a wash, girl. I got these babies. But anyway, girl, I just did a video where I was talking about if your license ain't right.
Now, black folks, this is a PSA for you. If you're gonna be riding around in a predominantly white neighborhood, make sure your insurance is right on your car. Make sure your insurance is right. Make sure your plates is right. And make sure your license is right. Because if Miss Earlene, who in the house looking out the window right now with her 5 cats, call 911, oh, they checking. Believe me, they checking.
Your registration ain't right. And this was before they called the National Guard in. And I was just speaking on being a black African-American person in a predominantly white neighborhood. Yeah, make sure your stuff is straight. Not that you're doing anything wrong, but the probable cause is not even nothing that's wrong with your vehicle or that you did a traffic infraction just for the mere simple fact you're black. Now, y'all know I'm going to call a spade a spade. But look, make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm going to let y'all watch these videos. What y'all think about the National Guard coming to Memphis? And who was that? Peyton? Coming from the hood. And you ain't never seen no mama and daughter pregnant? Girl, bye. Anyway, watch this. Make sure you like and subscribe, girl. We're trying to get this channel monetized. I'm going to bring it to you. If there's anything you want me to talk about, send me an email. Leave it in the comments. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
As a person that has lived through this for like the last 5 weeks here in DC, it is something like you've never seen before. Things like you didn't think would occur in America will occur. And so just from my perspective, I'm gonna try to be quick. When the National Guard comes to your city, it's not just the National Guard. They're gonna come with HSI, which is Homeland Security, the FBI, ATF, DEA. And they will force the city of Memphis to enact the police department, and they will work alongside these people. So the first things you'll see is just the National Guard. They're going to put up roadblocks on a lot of major city streets. That'll be like your Winchester, Mendenhall, Austin Peay, Germantown Parkway, Lamar, different spaces like that, they're going to set up these roadblocks and they will indiscriminately pull people over. Just everybody get over to the right and they're there. They want to see your ID, your registration, your insurance. Who are you? They will search your car. They will ask you to get out. And it may not seem legal, but under this federal thing, it's absolutely legal. So if your registration isn't right, you got bogus tags, you got drive outs, you will be pulled over. And in such, many people who are in those circumstances may have small bench warrants. They may have tickets or suspended license. They are going to, if it's arrestable, they will arrest you. If it's extraditable, they will extradite you. I am literally riding down Mill Branch and the troops are here. No limit soldiers are here. They just wave at me. This is insane.
Dog, I have never seen a city like Memphis that don't want law and order. Y'all have been wilding so long that y'all think it's normal, dog. You can't go to a concert without them breaking into your car. Y'all complaining about the National Guard, state troopers, and all this. Memphis Police Department has been operating under 50% for the last year since down there COVID. They don't have officers to enforce these laws. They have no help out here, bro. We need all the help we can get. Between the real crime, the hard crime, when I say hard crime, real crime, I mean the robberies, murderers, sexual offenses, things like that. We still gotta deal with traffic control.
He finna land right here. Oh God.
Oh no, this ain't
He
real.
literally landed right here.
Like he crazy.
Look, they got choppers out. Hold on, they got the choppers out. Ooh. 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 Them folks said not playing. Ooh, look.
This video is for my Memphians and my Memphians only. Baby, it's hot as hell outside. And I don't mean the 90-degree weather, okay? It is hot as hell outside. Baby, do not get your ass on the highway. Keep your ass on the main roads. And if your tags is not right, keep your ass on the back roads. Because they is out. They is not playing. I don't know where they find these sheriffs, where they find the cops at in Memphis, who gave them battery packs down, because we used to outrun the cops on the highway. They used to look at us as we going 95 miles per hour around them. Now they ain't playing no games. You don't got your seatbelt on, a ticket. You 5 miles over the speed limit, a ticket. Your tags, you got them drive-out tags, a ticket. If your car look like it don't supposed to be on the road, which we know that's how it go down here, ticket. Y'all better stay home and stay safe.
But he said he pulled me over due to my tent being too dark, which my tent is 5% all the way around and 15% on the windshield. I gave him everything he asked for. He came back to the car and was like, I'm just gonna give you a warning, but has anybody like pulled you over before, or I guess mentioned to you about your tent? I'm like, nope. And in my mind I'm thinking like, this Memphis, like this is normal, obviously. But he was like, you may want to consider making sure that your front windshield is at least 70% see-through. But I just wanted to share my experience. It was like no big deal, but I will say obviously the tent is probable cause to get pulled over since it is illegal, with the hopes of them finding like, I guess, guns, drugs, anything else. But
man, I'm scared that these niggas out here. Man, somebody just got pulled over by me. Cool, I want to show y'all so bad, but I'm scared. They deep as ain't playing and unmarked. Every last one of them. Hold on. Man, I swear to God, I'm scared as hell. And it ain't even me being pulled over, but I'm scared as hell. They looking in the cars and everything. Check them out. Check them out. Oh, I'm finna get the finger up in this store though. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm going out the other door. Fucking had it. I just want my food.